Hey, Earth Angels, Brother Gil here. Welcome to this episode of the Gil Pritchett Affect. This is segment 10, and I call it It's Hard to Climb a Big Hill. It is. It's hard to climb a big hill. I hope you like it. I hope you like it. You know, I heard someone say, Brother Gil, it's hard to climb a big hill. You know, it was funny at the time, sorta, until it made new sense to me as I got older. More lived and more traveled, if you will. It's hard to climb a big hill. Looking around at the landscape of this 2024 citywide living, just in the state of Texas, with all these strange, one-sided laws being enacted, making it easy for some and almost impossible for others to make the same qualified rights to vote, for instance. It's hard climbing a big hill. People already died and shed their blood years ago to get these rights. I'm talking years ago, and here we are, still making laws that literally takes the times back to the era when biases, which made the challenges necessary to begin with, have been tweaked to fit the narrative of 2024 biases. In this season of 2024, to serve the few while ignoring the many. That sounds very familiar, doesn't it? By law. Man, it's hard climbing a big hill. I'm just saying. And that's just a small blip on the steady growing radar of this, our great American society. Dare we even look at our governing bodies of representation across this nation? And we build jails for criminals of society, right? We build jails for criminals, yet we build excuses and make towers for the criminals that serve the grand agenda, the main agenda. You feel me? The plan, the narrative, you know, the controlling narrative that controls the mind of all who refuse to see the grand picture. Those who, for whatever reasons, are marginalized or disenfranchised or have simply decided, I don't give a fuck as long as I can get mine. You know, those kind of choice-making individuals. It's not their fault. Not really. You can't see the picture when you're in the frame. You know what I'm saying? That is the underbelly of the beast. He who controls the narrative controls the mind. Just think about that for a minute. He who controls the narrative controls the mind. This is why we are seeing so many attempts to turn the clock back to a time, you know, back to a time of yesteryear, let me say it that way, when it was normal to just fuck over people for surface reasons, like the color of the skin. Oh, it's all dressed up in designer clothes and the finest array, But that snake is still trying to rattle the same cage. And if we don't do something, or we don't say, hell no, we won't go, excuse me. If we don't say it, hell no, we won't go with our actions as well as our outrage. Take it to the ballot boxes, Earth Angels, or we are fucked. You hear me? Because that snake is being revived slowly but surely all over this nation. And we must once again chop off his ugly head. We must. And we must be bold about it, just like the powers that be are boldly making all these bullshit laws to prevent the nation from moving forward. Excuse me, beyond a benchmark to a true enactment of the American creed. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Really? All? That's a joke of the most insane kind, unless we, the people, all over this nation, with our voices and actions, as Shakespeare says, is it nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take up arms against a sea of trouble and by opposing in them? Excuse me. This is where we are today, 2024, in our race for freedom in this country. This is where we are, where the deception and offensive character behavior documented. And I'm saying when the deception and offensive character behavior and documented actions of a man is in line again. My God, excuse me. Is in line again for the job of the highest office in this nation, the leader of this nation, who is celebrated, not held accountable for his actions, not held accountable for his actions, but is allowed to go around the nation plotting and planning to attempt finagling his way into the White House. You or I couldn't do that. We'd be put under the chair for fraction of the stuff that's been done, that is known, the incidents that are known. You or I couldn't do that. The truth is, as long as business as usual continues to ensure, well, you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. It's up to us, America. It's up to us. Peace and love. Brother Gil. Okay. Excuse me, I'm stopping, and I didn't want to stop as long enough to get water and what have you. Look, that's right behind me. I thank you all for tuning in to this episode of the Gil Pritchett Affect Theater Reimagined 2024. It's just me being raw, doing the kind of theater that I love and I would love to see. And so It's my way of contributing, putting things in the universe that I believe are true, that some people may be able to latch on to and learn from or be encouraged with or whatever. Something positive. Get a conversation going. Get outraged. Do some exploring. Do some researching. You understand? I'm unable to be in a live theater setting, working like I used to. In fact, I'm retired, if you will. Of course, I'd get up and do a job in a minute if I was offered one, but I haven't been. So I still have to create. I'm alive and I'm living. I am an artist. So this is my way of plugging in something in that creative vessel, to be a part of that animal, to keep reminding us, let's look beyond what we can see with our naked eyes, because we are being deceived at will if we allow that to happen. He who controls the narrative controls the mind. We have to understand that, especially in 2024, especially during this election time. It's up to us, America. We couldn't do what folk could do it. You and I, we couldn't do that. Anywho, peace and love. We'll see you right back here the next time on the next episode of the Gil Pritchett Affect. Online theater reimagined. Peace and much love. Oh boy. Y'all pray with me. Bye-bye.